Hey guys, somebody asked, can you record a guitar stereo into the Tascam? Yeah, you can. And I thought about that and I thought, well, a couple things. First of all, the microphones are like metal horns away from one another. I mean, they're inches. So it's like the stereo separation is not going to be tremendous, But it got me thinking, well, these are internal condenser mics, and they're good mics. And don't think that this video is dogging the Tascam, because I'm going to show you some stuff with this thing, and it's going to be interesting eventually when I do what it's really intended to do. But my point came to, well, let's talk about the condenser mics, the internal condenser mics, versus something like maybe a Rode NT1-A, which is an entry-level condenser mic. How does it compare? And I thought, well, that'd be a pretty good shootout, if you will. I don't like shootouts necessarily. I mean, it's subjective what you like and what someone else likes, but I'm going to do it anyway. So it's a little mini lesson. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the menu and we're going to create a song. So we'll say song and create and execute. Now you know that makes another song on whatever card you may have in the Tascam. So now we've made another song, and we can go up here. For loading purposes, we see that we have song 2, or whatever number that is. I can't read it, and it's there's nothing on it. So that's the one we're on. It's asterisked, so you know that that's the song you're live on. So let's go home. So we're ready to record. And then like on channel 1 here, track 1, what's going on with it? We'll go track 1's A. All right, so anything A is track 1, and A is going to be right here with the XLR, and that's going to be the NT1. So in order to make sure that's what's going to happen, we go into the input and we look at A, and we see that it is external input, and I put it on high level. So now we have a Rode NT1-A into A on high. And then on B, we've got the internal mic on high. So we've got the internal condenser mic from the Tascam loaded, armed on B, which is 2, track 2. And we have the Rode on the 1. So we're ready to rock. So what we can do is we can compare the two. And then what I'll do is I'll go back home. So now we've got song 2 or whatever it is. I think it's 5 or something. I don't know. And we'll arm. That's arming the NT1. And then we arm the internal mic on the Tascam. And we'll record. So I'll hit the record button and hit play. And we'll just see what goes on here. And I have the levels, as you can see. Like, you look right here, you see the VU meters? I actually have it slightly favoring the Tascam, and I'll tell you why later. I mean, I'm not dogging it, but I'm just saying. So there you go. So they're both armed, and they're both similar levels, and we'll just do this. So shut up! All right, so record, play, so we're armed, and we're recording. So let's just do something silly like, hey, I like to hear it, here it goes. Alright, so let's do a little lesson inside the demonstration. I'm going to master and export each track that we just recorded individually so we can hear the difference between the NT1 and the internal microphone on the Tascam. So we know that when we go to do a mix down and master, the first thing we do is we set our in and out points, which I've already done just so I don't waste too much time. So that's been done. Then we want to go into mix down mode. and record. So now it's recording it, mixing it down the way I want it. And I've already got all the settings because I know what I want. I want just the NT1 in the center so you can just hear that track. You don't want to hear track 2 because that's the other microphone. That's the internal microphone. So once it gets done doing the mix down part, we'll go into the mastering part, and then we'll export it. And this time I'm going to show you how to export it correctly because I did not put it into the WAV file in the mix down mastering video that I made earlier. Okay, so the mix down is done, and now we'll go into mastering, and we'll master that. So auto, I like natural sound, and we execute. Okay, so now it's mastering it. Now last time when I did this, I got to this point and I left out the final step. The final step is to actually get it put into the WAV file. And it's really simple to do. Once it's done, you just go into your menu and then go to import export and then export master, and that will put it in the WAV file. And I left that out and somebody pointed it out to me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not perfect. Far from it. As you can just hear that. All right, so that's done. So now we got to get out of the mastering mode. We got to get back into multi-track. So we go back to multi-track mode. Now we can export. So now we go into the menu. We go to import, export. Export master is already chosen because I did this a minute ago, and it's going to say duplicate file when I say execute. Yeah, that's fine. I did this a minute ago and I screwed up the video. so that's it. So now it's writing the file into the WAV folder. Now I can take that off of the DP and put it into my computer, then upload it to the internet, put it in my video, and you can hear it. Now I'm going to do the same thing next time to the internal microphone, and then I'll just A/B roll them in the video so you can just hear the difference between the two microphones. Whether you want to judge it or not, you'll hear it, and then you'll see what the difference is. So I'm going to do that and not show you it. I'll just do it. And we know how to do it now, so here we go.